Welcome on behalf of Dallas College and the sustainability team. My name is Faye Davis, and I am joined by my team members Sonia Ford and Lori Dela Cruz Lewis, who are working in the background. And we are also grateful to be joined by the Dallas College WebEx support team. So let's go ahead and get started. Our speaker today is Tana Albrecht, who has been the Dallas College account manager at Grainger for the past 3 years, and will share her insights on the RightCycle program for the next 25 minutes and then answer any questions that you may have. Thank you so much, Tana, for joining us today. Please go ahead and get started whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Faye. I appreciate it. I'm very excited to be here today, and thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to talk about sustainability. Grainger, Dallas College. We're also going to talk about the RightCycle program with Kemberly-Clark and go through all that. So we have a lot to go over. I do have slides. I'll try and make it, as fun as possible. But all of this is great information, and it's a great way for everybody to get involved in sustainability and the environment and work on our carbon footprint. So let's get started. First of all my information is on the contact sheet here on this slide. I'm going to put it at the end as well. So if we have questions, if anybody wants to email me, feel free. I can definitely, if I don't know the answer to something, I have the resources and I will find it for you. So as we move forward, let me see, I'm not able to, there we go. Okay, so basically we're just going to talk today about Grainger sustainability, a nice little overview, and then about our RightCycle program. So for the ones committed to sustainability, Grainger for over 90 years has built a tradition of serving big customers and small, any of the industrial products and services they need. But today we're going to talk about commitment, which includes sustainability along with safety and productivity. So we have a lot to talk about. One little fun fact, Grainger is committed in all ways to be more green and help with the environment and our carbon footprint. So what is the percentage, this is a fun fact, what is the percentage of total waste recycled by Grainger's US distribution centers last year? It was 89%. So we're very proud of that. So we're working really, really hard, even at our own operations and facility centers, to be very, green and work on our sustainability throughout every operation that we have. So some of the most common goals for sustainability include reducing operating costs, increasing purchases of environmentally friendly products, improving environmental stewardship, and complying with government mandates. So how can Grainger help? What can we do? So just to highlight real quick, we can work with lighting, faucets, recycling bins, air filters, automatic flush valves. We'll go more into this, but these are all great ideas and easy things to do. So customer solutions. So Grainger provides customers with the products they need to keep their businesses running. We work to create a more sustainable workspace for our customers and communities throughout environmentally preferable products. So when you hear me say EPP, that's a part of our portfolio, that's what we're talking about. These are the environmentally preferable products. So that being said, in our Grainger Red Book, which is our Grainger catalog, which you guys can access, Grainger.com through your punch out, we have over 100,000 products already in our EPP portfolio. So already well on our way of supplying tons of options. We can do it through water conservation. What does that mean? Maybe pipes or pumps and valves, meters, waste reduction, so recycling equipment, energy management. This would be your lighting, which is an easy thing to do. We could even do it through improving our indoor air quality, cleaners, paints, things like that. So there's a lot of things to look at. So not only do we at Grainger provide all of the products and all that you need to make this a conscious effort and to lower your carbon footprint, we also provide additional services. So our service providers can identify and facilitate and install cost-saving solutions that impact the bottom line. So what would this be? So services, maybe we have lighting retrofits and upgrades, HVAC evaluations, electrical vehicle charging stations. That could be a great idea. Or have somebody come in and talk about water conservation and upgrades. So all of these are also available on Grainger.com, and then just do the / Grainger services, and you'll be able to see more in depth, like what these services could provide and how they could partner with the campus. So just real quick, a little bit more in-depth, energy management. What does that mean? It could be lighting, it could be appliances, it could be motion sensors. All these things would fall under energy management. Waste reduction, these could be recycling bins, office supplies, the bottle stations, where you refill your bottle instead of using water fountains. All that could be under waste reduction. Indoor air quality, this could involve the paints, exterior, interior paints, cleaning chemicals, lubricants, air filters is a big one. So those are just some of the ideas of where we could all reach out and help out and have additional solutions for more sustainability on campus. Once again, Grainger is committed to reducing our carbon footprint as well in all of our operations, which I think I gave you a couple of fun facts and an idea, kind of where we are and what we're doing. So we are targeting our energy. We're part of the U.S. Green Building Council, been a part since 2007. Waste and recycling, we talked about that just a few minutes ago. Our DCs were able to recycle 89.7% of the waste leaving the facilities. So these are just some of the ways where Grainger is committed, not only to you guys and all of our customers and our clients out in the field, but to our operations as well. So Grainger, making your campus more sustainable. So let's just talk real quick. It's easy. I mean, there's a lot of low-cost solutions to save energy and reduce your costs. So think about this, from your cafeterias, your office space, discover like easy ways. So there's all kinds of easy and simple ways to up your sustainability on campus. One of the ones that I talk about a lot that's so easy, it's just switching lighting. So what if we switch a bunch of our lighting over to LED that lasts so much longer? Or what about adding sensors to the lights? So we've got the automatic sensors. So when you walk into the room, the lights come on, but when you leave, we don't have to worry about somebody turning them off. They go off, on their own. So things like that, easy fixes, but it makes the campus more sustainable. There's just a little bit more on the light bulbs. So we have a huge list at Grainger of bulbs that would be available. But think about it, a regular halogen light lasts about 1 to 2 years. Put in LED lights, you're looking at 23 years. So on some of the campuses where we've gone in and changed these out, think about areas like the big atriums when you walk in and you see those lights way up, high. Wouldn't it be great? I mean, they have a 20-year shelf life. They're going to be up there for forever. It doesn't take as much manpower to switch them out. You're not recycling and having to take out those old bulbs and put in new ones. So that's a great idea. Easy to do and a great fix. We just helped with the North Lake new campus out in Coppell. So we were out working with them. We really helped them build out that new campus. It's a beautiful campus, very green. One thing that we added in there that was a great idea to make it more work on the sustainability was the water bottle fillers, which I think I mentioned earlier, but they're all throughout, that campus. They're brand new, they're wonderful. So just all the little things that we've been able to do at the campuses. All right, let's go into Grainger and Kimberly-Clark. Kemberly-Clark is one of our vendors that we partner with all the time. So a great partnership, work with them all the time. They do have a new program. It's called the RightCycle program. So let's go into that, talk about a little bit about Kimberly-Clark to begin with. So they say 1 in 4 people in the world's population uses one of their products every day. So think about the personal care, there's consumer tissue, and then there's professional. When you talk about the professional, that's going to be things like, and think about this, we're using these a lot lately, all those gloves, those disposable gloves, the gowns, the masks, all that kind of stuff that has been such a part of our lives with COVID. So through the RightCycle program, you can now start to recycle those items. So what is RightCycle by Kimberly-Clark? The RightCycle program is a groundbreaking service that enables you to collect previously hard to recycle items and have them turned into new consumer goods. So through this program, you can reach your organization's sustainability goals. You can reduce waste, reduce the cost of disposing that waste, protect the planet for future generations, and engage your teams in our sustainable culture. So a lot of great things just by being involved in the RightCycle program with Kimberly-Clark. So Kimberly-Clark Professional is the first manufacturer to offer a recycling program for non-hazardous PPE. So what is this? That's those garments, the apparel we wear, the hoods, the masks, booty covers, respirators, those gloves we talked about, all those nitrile gloves that we're using right now because of the things that are going on in our culture and our world right now. So this is the first true end-of-life cycle platform. Creates a life cycle solution for single-use gloves, garments, safety eyewear, and respirators. So what a great plan, and not a better time to do it with everything going on in the world right now. So how do you do it? It's very easy. So all you have to do to participate is the campus has to register, and to register, you guys can reach out to me. I will get you hooked up with the Kimberly-Clark representative as well, and together we'll get you into the program. So then you collect your used PPE. So that's easy. We have all this PPE in the facility. Instead of just throwing it away, we'll get you recycle bins. We'll get you something to put that in, collect it all. Then you email, you get an RC number, and there you go. You're ready to ship your stuff back, and it's ready to be recycled. So it's very easy. It's a great way to get involved. Kimberly-Clark is doing an amazing job with this, very exciting. And I mean, what an easy way to get the whole campus and all the communities involved. Here's just a quick overview. These are just some of those gloves from Kimberly-Clark that we're just selling. We can't even keep them in stock. Everybody is using the gloves. So just think about what that looks like if all of these gloves that we're using right now and we recycle them. Like what kind of effect are we going to have? So an amazing program. I think it's just such an easy way to give back. So kind of in wrapping that up and talking about that sustainability and stewardship, I think I've showed you guys how Grainger is involved and what our commitment is. And, we've been received awards and recognition, I can't talk, but we've seen numerous awards for our involvement and how we've responded to sustainability and how we've helped our clients as well as in our own operations. We talked about the corporate responsibility. We have over 100,000 of these green items already on Grainger.com. They're easy to see. When you go into your punch out, you go to Grainger.com, there's actually an icon next to the items that have been tested and approved to be called a green item. So it's a great way. It's easy to find them. Great. Grainger is also celebrating a 20-year relationship with the American Red Cross. So as far as the community, we're there, and anything that we can do from Grainger to help out, it's always great. Grainger has supported over 40 national volunteer deployments in what's called Ready When the Time Comes program. Also, we do the home fire campaign. There's so many others, blood drives. There's just a ton of ways that Grainger gets involved in the community. But we love that we have such a great partnership with the Red Cross out in all the disaster areas. Anytime we're needed, we're the first ones out there ready to help. Just a quick overview. Grainger has a million, oh my gosh, so many products. Here's kind of an overview of the categories. All of these items are available through your punch out, through your Omnia contract. So you guys are set up and ready to go. So anyway, I'm going to leave you with this slide, which is our the one I started with, has all my information. If you guys have any questions, anything comes up, please feel free, reach out, give me a shout, let me know how I can help. I hope that you guys learned something. I hope that I gave you a little bit of food for thought and everybody wants to get involved.
Thank you so much, Tana. Now we can ask all of our questions. The first question that we have, is there any concern for contamination when recycling nitrile gloves? For example, most labs use chemicals or biological material, and that inevitably gets on the gloves. Are these still okay to recycle through this program?
To my knowledge, and I would reach out to Kimberly-Clark and find out for sure. But yes, my knowledge, from the best of my knowledge, yes. Now, we had talked about when I was talking to the Kimberly-Clark rep, when you're collecting these items, that depending on where they are, say they're in a biolab or a nursing facility, one of those type of areas, they probably need to be like contained and put into separate collection areas, I guess, would be the biggest thing. So I think the big question for Kimberly-Clark, and I'll find out, is do we need to keep them separated, or can we collect them all together and ship them all in one, a big box, one pallet? That would be a good question, and I'll have to reach out to them and find out. I don't know for sure what that looks like to be transferred back for recycle.
Thank you. Next question. What's included in your recycling stream? Is there a verification process to make sure the materials are actually being recycled?
And that's also going to be another Kimberly-Clark question. And I wish they were on with me today. I'm sorry they weren't able to be. So that's another thing. If you would like me to find out, and what would be the best place for me to send this information? You want me to send it to Faye, or how would that work? Because this is something I'm going to have to find out from Kimberly-Clark.
Yes, you can send them to me, and yes, I can forward the information.
Okay.
And if you have and we have their contact info too, I can forward that information as well.
Yeah, that'd be great, because that's really something that I would want to let Kimberly-Clark answer, since it's their program. So we partner with them and we support it and love this, and I think it's a great opportunity for everybody to be involved and really think about your carbon footprint and what can you do and what's easy. And I think right now the RightCycle program that they're doing with being able to recycle the PPE it's a great opportunity.
Thank you. Let's take a few more questions. Are our nursing programs participating in this program that you know of? Do we receive recycling data?
You will receive recycling data when you are in the program. I do not know if your nursing program or your nursing facility or if they're in the program as of yet. Kimberly-Clark did not give me that information, so I do not know. So that would be another question for them as well. But they can definitely be in the program, but I do not know if they've signed up and registered as of today.
Thank you. And what about the sustainable products and tracking the GHG and footprint?
We have reports at Grainger that will track this information for you as well. So we had kind of talked about that before the presentation started. So it's very exciting. So as you switch things over at Dallas College, Grainger can tell you, I believe last year I pulled the report, I think the green products that Dallas College purchased last year was in the amount of something like $50,000. So as we get into the program and things start to switch and we change things over, we do have that availability to look and and see what are you saving, where is this going, what percentage of the campus is green, what products have we switched over, and what does that look like. So we do have we have sight to that, and we have reports that we can generate and share with Dallas College as well. So it's great information.
Thank you. Next question is, what does it mean to be in the program, and are there costs associated with it,
Yeah.
the PPE program?
Yeah, with Kimberly-Clark, no, there's no cost associated. You just have to do the registration. And my understanding from Kimberly-Clark, it is very easy and simple. And I can get you sent over, to the right person with Kimberly-Clark to get you registered. My understanding when we were going through the program and really talking about it is the the recycle part at the end of it, you would use your carrier, whoever you want, to send those items back. So there is probably, from my understanding, some type of a shipping cost that the college would incur to send that back. Other than that, there's no cost.
Thank you. And something that I'm wondering, I remember at the start of the pandemic, there was just, a huge shortage of some of these
Mhm.
items you were describing. Can you talk about that? Did you guys experience that as well? And how did you handle it?
Definitely, we did. So at the start of the pandemic, yes, it was, I mean, amazing how quickly our stock that usually, lasts, so that we don't have a problem at all. I mean, it just flew off the shelves. We ended up, because Grainger has such great relationships and has been part of the community for so long, we were able to go out and source through other, other vendors, other areas. We were able to get things shipped in from out of the country when we needed it. So it was great. Grainger definitely, it was challenging to stay ahead of the curve when the pandemic really took hold, but we were able to be there and take care of our customers. And really, on the education side, you guys were such a high priority for us that you really, between healthcare and education, you guys were first on the list. So we really tried to make sure that everybody in education was taken care of, covered, and protected. So yeah, it was challenging, but because of the relationships that Grainger has, we were able to fulfill pretty much everything that we needed for our customers. Now, that being said, everything is pretty much back in stock at this point. It was one of those things when the pandemic first started, you kind of had to take whatever glove you could get. Um, Everything's back in stock. So now we can be a little bit pickier and say, these are the gloves that we love, and these are the ones that Dallas College wants, for the nursing program or for the facilities guys or the grounds crew, whatever that may be, the cafeteria staff. So we're very fortunate now. We were very fortunate during the pandemic, but it's easier now that things are calming down a little bit.
Yes, yes, it is. Thank you. Lori is giving you praise for your EV charging devices. Can you talk a little bit more about that? Is there a greater need for them that you're seeing, or demand for them that you're seeing right now?
Yeah, there is. Like what she's just wondering if we have them available, or I mean, if you're just, I mean, we are seeing, I guess this answers the question better. Yes, we are seeing so much awareness in, you know, within this sustainability green. I feel like, we have educated our kids and everybody in the school systems, everything, to be very conscious of this and be very conscious of their carbon footprints. So, yes, it is becoming a larger scale initiative every day. We have so many items already included. The demand is there. All of our reporting, our tracking, all of this is just really, it's just booming right now. So it's been great, and I see this being a big initiative moving forward.
Yes, yes. And she said that she's just excited that they're being offered. So yeah, I
Yes,
think that's wonderful.
yeah, and our portfolio is growing like every day.
Mhm,
It is amazing. So it's definitely a conscious effort, and everybody is involved. So.
mhm, mhm. And so we've got Marisol would like to know more about the awards that you've received and like all of the recognition. Can you talk more about that?
Yeah, let me get back to the slide. So here's just a couple of the ones. So Grainger was honored and recognized by the CDP. So that was in, I think it was 2020. I can't read. I don't have my glasses, but so the CPT or CDP, the Barron's Most Sustainable Companies, that was 2021. And then there's a couple others, but I think those were kind of some of the bigger ones. And it was just in 2021 and 2020. So although we've been doing this initiative for quite some while, I think you can see where the recognition is really starting to come. And Grainger, you know, it feels like, I mean, we are definitely a responsible company, and our sustainability initiative has grown just leaps and bounds. And I think that's shown by the awards that we are receiving.
Thank you. Thank you. The next question is, what are some new products or services on the horizon from Grainger, if you can share those?
Oh my gosh, now you've caught, I don't, I'm trying to think if I can, I'm going to go back to our services. Let's just look. Oh, that's not what I want. All these, the best place to look at the services is really going to be to go to Grainger.com/Grainger services, because everything that's new is going to be on there, and every day we're adding services. So there are just so many on there that I can't even go through them all. But here's some of the main ones, and I think one of the newer ones that I had seen that I was looking at was the electrical vehicle charging stations, and some of the, you know, coming out and evaluating those and putting those in for us. But yeah, if you want to go and look at them, Grainger.com/Grainger services, probably the best place.
Thank you. Thank you. If anybody has any other questions, please keep posting them in the chat. One more question back about the EV chargers. Do you know how fast they charge?
I don't. Sorry. I'll find out.
That's okay. That's okay. And another question came in. Are your service providers diverse?
Yes. We have, yes, from all over. So um there are just a million of them out there. And when you go on Grainger services, it'll like recap all of them, and they are from all different areas, different vendors, different companies. It's a very, very large list of with some great opportunities out there.
And do you, as a follow-up to that, do you have a supplier diversity program?
We do. And I believe when you go under Grainger services, it has diversity programs in there as well.
Thank you. And can you tell us about how this came to be at Dallas College?
How the RightCycle program?
Yeah, correct. Can you talk more about how it got started and your experience working with us in the beginning?
Yeah, and I'll have to say, like the Right Start program or the RightCycle program was really a part of Kimberly-Clark, and they were working with that with Dallas College, and I was not a part of that, so I can't really speak to that. I wasn't at that meeting, but it was what I know that they met with the sustainability and diversity team, and that's kind of how it got started.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Is there anything you would like to leave everyone with? How can we as individuals help support this program?
I think that the if I were going to leave you with something today, first off, I would definitely, because I think it's such an easy thing to do, and it's just an amazing way to start. I would push for somebody, whoever's in charge, to reach out to me. Let me reach out to Kimberly-Clark, and let's get you guys signed up and registered for the program. It's easy to do, and I think the rewards are just amazing.
Thank you so much, Tana.
Thank you.
Yes. And to the audience, we will make sure to get you all of the information from the questions and Kimberly-Clark. Maybe we'll get them scheduled so as a good follow-up to your presentation.
Yes, I think that, yeah, and they'll have, a little bit more in depth on this. And like I said, they wanted to be part of it today and they weren't able to. So um, I'm sure that they would just love to talk to you guys a little bit more and help you get signed up. But it's a great opportunity. And like I said, Grainger partners with them all the time. They're a great vendor and a great partner.
Thank you so much. And thank you again to our speaker for sharing all of this information.